Hello everyone. Let us see how to use channels to select complex subjects in Photoshop. So let us start. Here is the ship. The ship has a lot of ropes and there is a white background behind the ropes. With the traditional selection tools such as the quick selection, object selection or pen tool or lasso tools, it's not possible to select this ship because too many ropes are there and hidden behind the ropes is the background. So we need to separate the background and the subject, or we need to separate the background and the ropes. So it's not possible with the traditional selection tools. So we need to find a better solution for this. The better solution is going to be the channels. So we are going to select this ship with channels. So where can we find channels? We can go to window and select channels. I have already opened the channels panel, so we can see here. In the channels panel, we can find RGB and then individual channels such as red, green, blue. So when we select RGB, all the colors in the image are visible. And when we select the individual channels, that particular color is highlighted in white. And the colors that are not found in the subject are highlighted in black. And here we can see there is a lot of white in some parts of the ship, and that is referring to the red color. And then if we select green, not much green is there on the ship, so that is why the ship is appearing a little bit black or a little bit dark. And if we select blue, the ship is appearing more dark because there is no blue at all in the ship. So to select the ship, we have to select a dark channel. In our case, it is the blue channel. So we will select the blue channel and we will start selecting the ship. Now what we are supposed to do is, we cannot use the original blue channel. We will take the duplicate of this blue channel. To take the duplicate of the blue channel, all we have to do is, we just need to select the blue channel and then drag it on top of this create new channel icon at the bottom of the channels panel. And we got a blue copy. We should not spoil the original channel. So that is why I have taken a duplicate. Right. Then the next thing we are supposed to do is, we will add some contrast to the ship. To add contrast, we will open the levels adjustment. So where we can find the levels adjustment? So we can simply go to image menu, and here we have the adjustments, and in adjustments we can find levels. We can also open the levels adjustment by using the keyboard shortcut Ctrl L in PC or Command L in Mac. And once the levels dialog appears, we can just move these sliders and make the ship even darker. So this is the slider that controls the shadows, and this is the slider that controls the highlights. And let's make it very dark. So right now the ship is too dark. So this much is enough. So once we have added the contrast, or we have made the ship too dark, now what we are supposed to do is, we will just select this channel by holding Ctrl in PC or Command in Mac. We have to select the channel thumbnail by holding Ctrl in PC or Command in Mac. So we can get a selection like this. So we got a selection like this. So now the next step is, we just need to come back to the layers, and at the bottom of the layers panel we have the mask icon. Let's click on the mask icon. See, now we have applied the mask. And now we will invert the mask. To invert the mask, we have to use a keyboard shortcut, Control I in PC or Command I in Mac. Right. So now we can see the ship, and also we have separated the background. But still we have to do some work. We have lost some important details of the ship. So we have to get back those details. So how we can get back those details? So we need to simply enter inside the mask editing mode. So to enter inside the mask editing mode, we simply have to use Alt in PC or Option in Mac and click on the mask thumbnail. Now we have entered inside the mask editing mode. Now we will just paint pure white color on the ship. We want black in the background and white in the foreground. Means we want white on the ship so that the ship will be visible, and black over the background because we don't want to see the background. Right. But right now, if we observe here, we don't have to paint black on the background because already the background is having a pure black color. So we only see some black on the ship. So over here. So we have to get rid of that black. The ship has to be completely white. This is the alpha of the ship. Right. So now to paint white, we will just activate our brush tool. And one important thing we should do is here in the mode options for the brush, we have to select overlay. So this is the overlay blend mode. So what is the speciality of overlay blend mode? See, overlay blend mode will retain pure white and pure black colors, and it will remove gray colors. So wherever there are gray colors that are not too black or too white, they will be removed with the overlay blend mode. So let's start painting white color on the ship. So we can see some gray colors over here. So let's get rid of them. So we can see. So we are able to get rid of the gray colors on the ship. The overlay blend mode will not have any effect on pure black or pure white colors. It will only remove gray colors. That is why wherever there are gray colors on the ship, they are gone. Right. So now again we will just change the blend mode to normal. Right. And now we'll come out of the mask editing mode. So we'll simply use Alt in PC or Option in Mac and click on the mask thumbnail. Right. So now we are able to perfectly select the ship. Let's see if we have any issues. Right. Let me create a layer below the ship layer. To create a layer below the ship layer, we can simply hold Control in PC or Command in Mac and then click on the create new layer icon. Right. So now we have created a layer below the ship layer, and we will fill this layer with pure black color. Right. Right. Okay. We have selected the ship, but we do have some issues. So what are those issues? So if we zoom into the ship, so we can see a lot of white color fringes. So we can see. So there are some white color fringes around the ropes. They are not looking nice. We need to get rid of them. The thin fringe around the rope has only 1 pixel width. So to get rid of this fringe, we can contract the selection by 1 pixel. So how we can do that? We simply need to hold Control in PC or Command in Mac and click on the mask thumbnail so that we can get a selection around the ship. And now all we have to do is we need to go to select menu, and in select menu we can find an option modify, and in modify we can see this option contract. So we just need to select this option, and here we need to contract the selection by 1 pixel, just 1 pixel. The selection will go inside by just 1 pixel. So we need to just click OK, and now we have to invert the selection. To invert the selection, we simply have to hit Ctrl Shift I in PC or Command Shift I in Mac. And now all we have to do is simply hit delete. We have removed the fringes. Right, we will deselect now. We'll simply hit Ctrl D in PC or Command D in Mac. So we can see here. So we are able to get rid of those fringes. And first what we'll do is we will just delete this background, and then what we'll do is we will just confirm the mask. We'll right click on the mask thumbnail, and here we have the option apply layer mask, and we'll just take one more duplicate so that here we can see there is some cut over these ropes. So what we'll do is we'll just take a duplicate here, so we can see now there is some thickness. So here we have created 3 duplicates. Now we will merge all of these duplicates. So to merge we will use Ctrl E in PC or Command E in Mac. Right. So after merging we are going to get some thickness. So here we can see one issue. The rope is very thin here. So when we contracted the selection, some portions of the rope are cut off, are gone. So we have to somehow fix this empty space. If not, the rope will appear as if it is cut. So one way to do is we can just take a new layer, and then we can select a brush. We can just create a brush stroke with just 3 pixels. We can just create one thin line here, or if it is too thin we can just slightly increase the brush stroke size to 4 pixels. It's comparatively thick. So now what we can do is we'll simply hold shift and just draw a thin line, and it's a brown color thin line. So now what we'll do is we will rotate it. So we'll just activate the transform tool and then rotate it, and here we can see there is an empty gap. So we can just attach it to our rope. So we can just simply adjust it properly, and we just have to match it properly to our rope. So that is one important thing we have to do. Right, and we can just keep scaling it, and we can also use the warp tool here, and then we can just match it with the rope. So we can see here there is a matching going on here. Right. So we are able to just create a thin line which resembles a rope, and we are able to fix it. Here also we can see the our rope got cut off, so we also need to add the same thin lines. So I'll just add those thin lines and come back. I have added all the thin lines that resemble the rope, and now we will merge these two layers. And now we got the ropes, we have filled the empty gaps where it appears that the ropes are cut off. Right. So now the final thing we'll do is we will do compositing. So we will select our shape and place it in this C. Right. So we can see here. So we have placed this ship in this C, and we can do one thing. We'll just apply a mask. I will select a brush, and we can just erase the bottom part of the ship so that it looks like it is just floating on the sea. Right. So this is how we can use channels to select a complex subject like this ship. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Please do like, subscribe, share, and if you have anything to say, do comment. See you again.